monster, the MG SBR. I mean, what a car, eh? What a car! I love it. I absolutely love it. 25 quid.
Okay, I'm going to get really super nerdy now. The reason why I love the Europa so much is that the original Europa drawing was penned by a man called Ron Hickman. Ron Hickman was the same dude who designed the Black & Decker Workmate table. But the reason why the original Europa was designed, it was a pitch to Ford by Lotus for the GT40. Ford said no to Chapman and the Hickman drawing because they thought that it would make Lotus too powerful. So the car was never made, and the GT40 went on and was made by somebody else. Later, Chapman looked at the Hickman drawing and said, actually that's quite cool, let's make that, but only make it for the European market, hence why it's called Europa. So it was only made at first for France because of the relationship with Renault, the suppliers of the engine. It did really well in France, so it started to spread over all of Europe, and then it eventually made its way to America. So if it was one person's decision, that could have been the GT40 that won Le Mans. I told you I was a nerd.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together. Andrew Lake. Andrew, was that? How good was that? Did you enjoy that? Of course you enjoyed it. I've got some other reviews.
Mike, message from the Sporting Bears. Thank you so much for everything you do for us, the support you give us, and the families we support. Children and charities everywhere are benefiting from it. We want to send you our best wishes for the future.
Tools out, take the spare wheel out, light the car right up. Those Australians must have done that. I mean, I still think we could, maybe do a bit better than that. Maybe. Oh, I've got a great idea. Why don't I get out of the car? It's a good idea. It's a great idea. I like it. Miles an hour, which was A, terrifying in an 850 Mini, but B, quite impressive and so much fun. So it was a great little show, that.
Now, I know you're an accomplished technician, but you do like a challenge, but the next...
All the way back then, this is an electric vehicle. This one is owned by... That's a perfect way to say it, isn't it? Back to the future. Thank you very much. Give a big round of applause. How nice was that? Absolutely delightful. Now, the next car that we've got coming out is a little thrill ride, actually, is this little Westfield. How fast that thing goes, you've got to remember a Westfield weighs about the same as a dry J-cloth.
A mere 5 years to come to market. We had to build 5 vehicles first, take them all through European testing, so it's sold on the black.
Hilarious, because they sort of lend themselves, and I think Richard will probably tell us a bit more about that Moggy, because of the way the setup is. Engines in the rear, I have a hour-long commute to work and an hour-long commute back, and as an associate producer of Wheeler Dealers and Dream Car, I need to spend a lot of time on the phone. So I need an office space. I need to have somewhere quiet, somewhere where I can work away, somewhere where Andrea can chat away to me without the thrum of an engine note in the background. And I have to spend a lot. Let's just lay this out for all these cameras that are in front of you. You've got a Corsa, okay, and some people out here will go, it's not really much of a classic car. But I know that over the last few days of you being here, you've had a different generation of classic car enthusiasts, a much younger generation coming by going, wow, I love that. Is that right?
Totally. I mean, I know this is a Marmite car. It's a Corsa C. You see them in the supermarket battered up. But what you've got to remember is the classic car movement evolves all the time. I learned to drive an Austin Metro, and as you know, I have a Concours Austin Metro. But I bought a brand new Corsa C in 2006. It now has a flat roof on it because Vauxhall lacquer is so rubbish. And I thought, I really want a perfect Corsa C. And I found this car, and it's a testament to Jean, who bought it brand new in 2001. Used to go to Anstead in Hatfield once a fortnight. Her husband wouldn't let her back it in and out the garage in case she scratched it. And it's here now. It's had no paintwork done. Yes, there's a couple of little marks on it, but it's not got the bumper pulled off. It hasn't got a dent down the side of it. It's a testament to her and her husband's care that this car never spent a night out of the garage in 19 years. She didn't know that it was going to end up with me. She sold it to We Buy Any Car. It ended up in an auction. I found it and took it back to her. and she gave me the brochure and the bill of sale from when she ordered it, and is amazed that someone actually wanted to preserve her car that was the last vehicle she ever had.
Give you a body part. Literally, you can cut something off of me, you can DNA me and grow clones, I don't care. I absolutely freakingly love your BMW.
Thank everyone for joining us. We'll get the photographs, I think.
Drop it to the deck. To the NEC, and we'll get the audience to vote who they think has got the best car. So you're going to do a bit of audience interactivity with this. Watch a grown man awkwardly. The touring cars of the 1960s, the old Type 2 Jag. Obviously, you want to do a modern interpretation of that.
Correct. So I'm very heavily inspired by the 60s and 70s.
What do we think, ladies and gentlemen, of Tom's car, the Amazon? Wow. That's the loudest I've heard yet. That's wow. That might be hard to beat. However, it's a competition. So what do we think of Dale's Jaguar? Wow. That is such a... I got to tell you, bribery really does work. I'm going to give this one. Yesterday it was Dale who won, but I'm going to give this one, so it's 1-1. Tom! We're so privileged to have it here, and it's driven by...
We've been the Tom versus Dale all weekend. You were victorious Friday. I was victorious yesterday, and then the deciding factor was today, and the Amazon sucks.
Very much when you rang the local Jaguar Enthusiast Club to come and watch the live show.
There was a mob of Jaguar Enthusiast Clubs.
They came out in force.
Yeah, they really did.
Owners.
Yeah, so it's been good. It's been nice to be behind the scenes, to be back with Mike and at the show. The show's been busy. The cars have had a load of attention. Our stand's had a load of attention, and it's good.
And everything in between our stand and the backstage area and the stage is just fantastic. Just the variety of different vehicles that are on display, whether or not you like muscle cars, sports cars, retro racers, anything. It's just fantastic to spend that time and looking at them.
And nice to actually get the Volvo and the Jag out into the world at the NEC and show around the lovely followers of Maguire's and seeing what we've been building during lockdown.
Right there. Ladies and gentlemen, Elvis.
Hi. What a car. I love this thing. I love this thing. It just puts a smile on your face.
It took me a while, minutes. I absolutely obsess over minutes because every time I'm next to one or around one, near them, just touching it, just staring at it, just makes me smile. They're such a charming car.
So I've just come off the stage. You can still hear Mike's voice booming as it has done all weekend. He's a busy boy. But I've just come off stage with our little Mini. This is Ethel, and this was the Mini that was the very first car that I got the privilege of being able to do on the show with its brand new season of Wheeler Dealers. First time back in the UK after years. And what other car were we going to do other than a Mini? This little 850 was a joy to work on, and the little story behind it is that we managed to get this thing with a pretty standard bottom end of the engine, just a little bit of tweaking around the top end, to a massive 90 miles an hour down a runway. It was terrifying, it was exhilarating, but it's a car that I'm very, very proud of.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Frankie and his brand new set of clothes. It's also driven on stage by quite possibly the best Mini restorer on the planet. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is Andy A-Speed Harrison.
Just come off stage with Frankie. We picked it up 2 years ago to do the 1921 build. Unfortunately, COVID delayed us a bit. Come off stage, Mike's delighted with it, I'm delighted with it. I'm loving the show, I love the car.
I'm just a custodian of these cars, but in the time that I have them, I love them and I cherish them. So the mix is a Citroen SM 1972, beautiful car, finished in Versigenti. The car was found by me. It was discovered in a garage in North London. It was a little bit ropey when I found it, but I completely did a nut and bolt restoration. Paragon MOT and Service Centre, my good friend Nathan, who still exists but the business doesn't, he did a painstaking nut and bolt restoration on the drivetrain and engine for the car. The paintwork was done by some good friends of mine, and I challenged them to make the best paint job in the world. And the results are there in that car. It's an exceptional car. It won the Concorde d'Elegance at the National Citroen meeting a few years back. And recently, this car has just been used for TV, and you will see it in the next episode of the Grand Tour, where Clarkson, Hammond and May actually do nothing but slag off French cars through the whole episode. They actually fire a car back to France on a giant catapult, but they do say at the end of the show, but the French did something right, they gave us this, and then they sing praises about my car. Clarkson tweeted about it, you can find that on his timeline on his Instagram, where he tweeted and said, this is the most beautiful thing I've ever driven. So it's an exceptional car, and good luck to whoever buys it, because it's a wonderful thing to own. I've got a Lotus Cortina 1965. Who wouldn't want one? Just a pocket rocket. Absolutely love that car. It's lively to drive. The gearbox feels like a Winchester rifle. You breathe on the steering wheel and it just goes where you want to put it. It's a ready-to-go car. Absolutely exceptional. I've commissioned it back for the road. Done a lot of work to it myself, so just enjoy that one, whoever buys it. A Ferrari 360 F1 Spider, finished in the best colour combination, which is Tour de France blue with the Daytona leather. It's not a red Ferrari, it's better than a red Ferrari. Only done 36,000 miles, sitting on a brand new set of P0s, which have only done about 20 miles on them, and I've done a lot of work to that in terms of tie rods on the suspension. It's just had a service, it's had the belts done. It's an amazing car to own, 400 brake horsepower, that barking 3.8 behind you, and it's just hilarious to own. And I just hope somebody enjoys that like I did. It's brilliant. And then we've got two wonderful little minis. The first one I've got very little paperwork for, but it's a charming little car, supplied in Yorkshire. The car is an Austin 7 Mini from 1962. Charming, in absolutely original looking condition, red with a white top, red carpets, red seats. Drives like a little Swiss watch, just drives absolutely perfect. I absolutely love it. And then the real good one for me is I managed to find with that car a 1967 Mini Cooper S that was once used by by John Cooper garages. I've got photographic proof of John Cooper with the car. He also used it to promote the Metro Cooper that never went anywhere, unfortunately. We have the cheque made out to Cooper, John Cooper, with John Cooper signing the back of the cheque. We have the invoice, the shipping document. We have really good provenance. We even have the original green logbook with the car, and I even have photographs of Mr. Phil Reed, who I bought it from, shaking hands over the bonnet with Mr. Cooper in the garage, where you can see the car behind them. So a wonderful thing to have, a nice little bit of history behind that. And Cooper S's, the prices are just on the way up. So all of these cars, I've been realistic with Nick, we've spoken about them, and the team, and Gary, I've been realistic about what their values are and where I want to be with them. They're all for sale, and they're all going to be great investments for the future. And I just hope you all enjoy them as much as I did. So good luck to whoever bids. You'll buy yourself a cracking car, and I'd like to be saying to you, hold out your hand, you bought yourself a nice car. That's what I'd like to be doing. Maybe we'll do that after you bought them. Good luck.
Thank you. £25,000 stops me here, then a 25 bid, then here. I'll take 6 now next at 25 and 25 at 25 bid, then 6 if you like at 25 bid. 30,000 bid, then 1 now next at 30 bid, then 1 if you will. 32
We're on sale. Mike has given us the nod.
Time. Get ready to hold out your hand, sir. At 35,500 here.
36.
6 comes from Bass
Goulet. Where the hell's that?
Bass Goulet.
36,000 is bid. We don't mind where it's from.
At £36,000. 500 will be next. 36
Any bids?
Well done, sir. At 36,500, top of the room again. It's 37,000 again in another place. At £36,500 bid, 37 if you will. at £36,500 bid tier, then hammers up, then are we done? It's 36,500 on the 72 Citroen SM first time, 36,500 second time. Gentleman and lady before me, it's 36,500, selling the car, are we done? Third and final, fair warning now, sold then at £36,500.
Well done.
Hold out your hand.
May we have your buying number, please, sir? Hold out your hand.
Well, we've just been at Silverstone Auctions. We've just sold the Mike Brewer collection. I'm absolutely delighted. I did choose the right people to partner with at Silverstone Auctions because all the cars sold well. Some cars got more than I expected. A couple got a little less. But at least other people can enjoy the cars, and I'm pretty sure they will. They are a fabulous collection of eclectic cars that I've absolutely loved owning. So congratulations to all the new buyers. You can see with people, there's this insatiable. See you later. Just don't tell anyone that I'm in a queue for an ice cream van. I mean, like me having an ice cream, never.
What you got, boys? Show us what you got.
Hot Wheels.
Hey?
Yeah, nobody gets left out now, do you? Hey, you all go home with a Hot Wheel. Nice one, boys.
I think on behalf of Lancaster Car Insurance that has invited you all here. First of all, I think you all need to give it up for an amazing display of cars. Well done, everyone. These are the 20 finalists. They're selected from 80 entries. So if you're a finalist, I think it's an old cliche, and it's a cliche I'm going to use over and over again. You are a winner because you're already here. You're at the greatest indoor motor show in the world, and your car is on display. So if you're a finalist, congratulations, you made it. But out of that, the public have been voting. In third position, at Pride of Ownership, please step forward and receive your prize. We have, ready? Give it up, whoop, cheer, clap, go mad, holler, because believe it or not, we are in that period of our lives where we're going to be celebrating 1978 Austin Maxi, owned by Glyn and Duncan Hurst. Congratulations, guys. Austin Maxi, voted by the public. Voted by the public. By the way, little plug here, if anyone's looking to buy an Austin Maxi, I have one for sale over the Steeler Hall. It's a nice little green one over there, so I got one for sale. Okay. In second, again, clap, cheer, whoop, go mad. Crazy, I want you to go crazy. In second prize goes to the 1993 Ford Sierra Sapphire Cosworth, Gideon Mayers. Okay, so this is it, ladies and gentlemen. The Lancaster Car Insurance Pride of Ownership for 2021. And I'm absolutely thrilled with this, and I can see why it's the Pride of Ownership winner and why you voted for it. Congratulations to an amazing family. First prize goes to the 1979 Triumph Spitfire, James Patterson! Following in the footsteps of his father, who also won this a couple of years back. How good is that? It means something to you, doesn't it, this one?
It's yellow, yeah.
Now take that hideous yellow car and get it out of there.
Right, just getting my microphone on and adjusted because it's that time. It's 3:45. The stage closes at 4 here at the Classic Motor Show, and if you come this way, nice and gently, we've got the Morris Marina Coupe, which has been done by the Practical Classics team. Can they get that car started? Can it leave the stage, drive around in a circle, and back on the stage in the next 10 minutes? This is the big one. So I'm about to go out there and give them a G up, see if we can get this finished before the show ends. All right?
Useful, practical, and not to put too fine a point on it.
If it barks into life, we're going to go mental here, I'll tell you. This was not a car a couple of days ago. Not a car. It was just bits and pieces. Here we go.
Here we go. Okay. Hit it, big boy. On the show. Yeah.
Come on! Come on, you old girl! Come on, you can do it! It wants to live, Danny. We can feel it.
Come on.
Come on. Come on. Is the fuel going through? Yeah!
Have a car to run.
Yes!
I'm about to drive it off stage.
Come on, Danny, you can do this!
Okay!
Here we go! Mind the brakes, Danny, mind the brakes, make sure they work. There's the electric upfilling, not a Corsa down there. Oh, he's come right off the stage, he's doing really well.
Yeah.
Just don't look there, don't look there.
Coming round the back.
The Practical Classics team! Oh, yeah.
Job done, everyone. Job done.
Yeah!